Well, hi, everybody. I'm Paul Gross. Thanks for joining me for this special ClickOnDetroit.com update on our hurricanes. We're going to start with the most dangerous storm, and that is Hurricane Maria. You can see this overnight made a direct hit on the island of Dominica and also Guadalupe on the northern end of that chain of islands here. That it got devastated as well. Now moving toward the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, and Puerto Rico. So let's look at the forecast path. It's a Category 5 storm right now, 160-mile-per-hour winds with higher gusts, by the way. And again, a track taking it to the northwest. It's going to cross over St. Croix, come very close to the Virgin Islands, and hit Puerto Rico either as a Category 5 storm or at the very minimum a very high-end Category 4 storm. And the event is tomorrow. Wednesday's the day for all of these islands up here and into Puerto Rico. All right, let's talk about why this storm is so strong. One is lack of wind shear. The winds aloft are very light, but also look at these water temperatures, mid-80s. Mid-80s for water temperatures, so you put a hurricane on that kind of water with otherwise favorable conditions, it's going to keep its strength or even get stronger. And look at the waves it's generating. 15 to 30-foot waves, and again, that's all headed toward these little islands, so storm surge is going to be extraordinary on the right-hand side of that storm track. So that's something we'll be watching very carefully. Now, further north, here is Hurricane Jose. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like much, but it's still a hurricane, a minimal hurricane at that, 75-mile-per-hour winds. That's right near the center there. So let's talk about what this thing's going to do. Here's our computer model. Watch, it's going to head up toward the Boston area, graze the Outer Banks there, Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, that area, and then look at this thing. It's just going to sit there for a while. And what's really interesting is that when Hurricane Maria comes up this way, it may not hit the coast, but when it kind of comes up this way, these two may do a bit of a pirouette, and that's called the Fujiwara effect, but we'll get to that another day. But in any event, it's just sitting there and weakening as we get through the end of the week into the weekend. Here's the wind field. The yellow is the tropical storm winds. Notice how that grazes, again, the outer part of Massachusetts there. So it's going to get nasty along the coast, certainly, and then don't forget the beach erosion. And by the way, wind gusts right now, nothing being reported up there, but closer to the storm, they're already seeing wind gusts around 30 miles per hour. So we will be keeping a very close eye on both of these storms, and we will bring you the latest right here on ClickOnDetroit.com and also, of course, on Local 4. And don't forget our app. We have a hurricane layer on the app that has instant updates on all of these hurricanes and storms.